Things and stuff. Yeah. Things and stuff.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Things and Stuff. I know it's been, how they say, it's been a minute. Well, it's been a lot of minutes. So, I'm going to try to make another video here. We'll see how this goes. But thanks for hopefully sticking around and waiting for me to get my ass in gear. And there's been a lot of changes here. Well, there's been some changes. Not a lot of changes, but there's been some changes. But I think it's about time for us to get back to opening up some boxes and seeing what's in them. As you can see, there's still plenty of boxes here. We'll go all the way around here. In fact, there's some more because I've added since then. So there's that stack's already back to full. You'd also notice that I've got a new cabinet in the back there, and I've also added a new cabinet down below. I've got a couple things in there. And you can also see I've added a little bit more to the little place down here. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so let's actually take a look at the cabinet here, because I think there's some stuff out that you might not have seen. Got some stuff from Christmas, like this Dancing Optimus Prime, which is amazing. Let's see what else. I'm not sure that there's much more that's in here yet. Let's go back to this new cabinet, and I've got my controller there. Got my Ghostbuster stuff down in there right now. New Back to the Future's Troll. Got some of my other figures out that we had discovered before. And then over here I brought down my Lego P1. Not Lego. It's Chinese knockoff Lego, but for all intents and purposes, it's Lego. Got my Mega Supreme in there. Our Robot Heroes Starscream in jet form. He's just super awesome. My Rodimus Masterpiece. I got my Turtle Power cutting board, which I have to find a spot for a couple of the masterpieces that we've found. Okay, so then we move on to the quote-unquote arcade. And these are just arcade one-ups. Say what you will about them, they're fun. I've had a lot of fun with them. I've got these really sweet stools that fit really well with them. Got my Nintendo sign up. And that one is missing a power adapter, so I'm waiting for a new one to come in. But all the other ones are up and running. Mortal Kombat over here as well. I got carpet extended out to here. These are just area rugs, but they're super cheap and they're amazing. So, you know what? You can hardly even see the seam here. It's fine. Just kind of brush it away. So, I've been kind of looking at this spot here, and I think we're going to try to get down all the way to that toilet box. It's not a toilet. You know, spoiler alert. So, I also found this cool aquarium screensaver for my TV. Kind of awesome. But let's start taking down some of these boxes and let's see what's in them. Okay, so I think I got everything set up. Hopefully everything looks good. Like I said, it's been a while, so hopefully everything's good. I'm kind of looking at myself in a separate monitor here, and let's get going here. So the first item here is it's a Funko, and it is the 2021 Spring Convention Limited Edition Grimlock number 69. I do have a bunch of Transformers Funkos, but I've also got like a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ones. I think I've got a handful of other ones too, so there's probably going to be some other ones coming up here at some point. But this will be the first one. So put that off to the side. This is a package from Shozy Store, which I buy quite a few products from. And this is going to be Dr. Wu stuff. I love Dr. Wu stuff. And I've got quite a few of these. So this is Star Shuttle and Red Tank. We'll get to opening up a bunch of these at one point because I have quite a few of these. Not of this exact one, but I mean, obviously other ones. So we'll get to a lot of Dr. Wu stuff at some point here. So this I remember picking up. I've never opened it though. It's Mukudo Peach Girl RC. Kind of a cute little toy here. Make sure that I get that one included. So, like I said, this is RC, and it's just a little chibi version of her. I think I've got an Alita one, and I think there was one more. We'll open that up at some point here too. Today I'm not going to open up things. I'm just going to be going through getting stuff out of the wall of boxes. This is Iron Factory Girls 01 Starwing. It's a different take on Starscream. Kind of like I guess it's a anime version of him. Something, I don't know. It seemed kind of cool. I'm a sucker for Seekers, so I've got the Thundercracker one already, and I think I'm waiting on the Skywarp version, but they'll eventually get here, and we can have the whole set. And I'll probably make a video opening up all three of them. Let's see what else is opened up already. So, I'm also a big Star Wars fan. I do have some Star Wars stuff, and this is just something I thought was really cute, and it was cheap. It was on clearance. It's a Force Intelling Vader.
What? Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
So he's got a bunch of, I guess, 40 different answers and eye expressions. Just super awesome. I mean, it's a cute little chibi version of Darth Vader. I mean, how can you go wrong? I think it was like $10 on clearance, maybe even, but it might have been less than that. So, yeah, well worth it. And batteries included. I have not put batteries in that. Let's see, what else do we got here? This is the last gargoyle set I needed to get. It was Angela, and I believe I have the whole set minus like the Goliath marriage set, and obviously the ones that weren't released. But the NECA gargoyle set, just amazing. They look awesome. I can't wait to get them all out and get a display set up specifically for gargoyles. This is one of my favorite cartoons from back in the day, and yeah, this was the last one that I needed to get, and I got it maybe about a year ago. So they've since discontinued those. Let's see here. This box is from Hasbro Pulse. So this should be some fun. This is this this is the G2 Snarl and Slug. So this is actually a pretty new set. This is one that I probably added to that shelf for that little area fairly recently. So this came out not too long ago. Within a year or so, maybe, because they've also got the Swoop and Sludge out as well already. So I'm still checking down here somewhere as well. This is from NECA. You can see the label. Never been opened again. This is... Ooh. Apparently that's just the sleeve, so I gotta do it like this. Alright, so this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 35th Anniversary Edition. And I do have the first set in a KO, but this is the official one. And basically literally got it for the one in the middle, because Splinter was a what do you call it, Loot Crate exclusive, and you could not get him any other way. His prices went astronomical, like $300-400 or something like that for him. When I saw that this was coming out, I said I have to have this set, because I really wanted that figure, that very specific figure, and now I've got it. I don't know if it's exactly the same. I'm assuming it is, but because a lot of people are kind of ticked off that their figures might go down in price. But oh well. I got that. I had the green light from Transformers for a long time. Got it from Amazon like 4 or 5 years ago. Could have sold it. I'm sorry, her. I could have sold her for, $300 a couple years ago. She just got re-released, $40. Everybody got it now. So kind of lost out on that one. What are you gonna do? So this is from 5K Toys. I get a lot of anime figures from 5K, and I've got a bunch that are, well, I got 3 of them up there right now, but I do like some of these figures. This is, and some of them I don't even know who they are. This is just called Mora. I don't know what she's from. I thought she just looked really cool. I thought she'd look really cool hanging out with Transformers. So there she is. Got some cool swords. Got a cool like backpack thing. So we'll go ahead and open that up at some point. When I start displaying figures, we'll strategically place some other like anime figures around. And then also in here is this is a Snail Shell RPG 01 SP second phase. I'd have to open it up, but the figure inside is a repaint of a demon figure looking thing. So Lustia, that's her name. So we'll open up that stuff someday as well. But getting it out of boxes, that's what we're up to. Get some of these boxes out of here, eh? All right. This one is from Aussie Collectibles, and this came from Australia. This one took, I want to say, almost a year for it to get here. All for one figure. So I ordered 2 though, just to make it more worthwhile. So I could find Fei Long anywhere, but they had him for a good price. And I was just like, okay, well, we'll throw him in there. I needed him anyhow. But at the time, he was very limited. Now you can find him at Walmart, even though he was supposed to be a Target exclusive. I'm not sure why you can find him at Target, but I mean at Walmart. But at any rate, you can find him like everywhere now. But I ended up getting him from Ozzy Collectibles. There's actually some cool Australian newspapers in here I might take a look at, because why not? So we'll hold on to that box for now. But I've got a bunch of the Jada figures, the Street Fighters. In fact, I think I've got all of them that are out right now. Just waiting on a few of them. And I've got a lot of the special edition ones, and I've got most of the alternate color ones. So that'll all be eventually a thing. We'll go, again, big display specifically for Street Fighter stuff. I don't know what this is. When I was pulling this out, I was trying to remember what it is, and I have no clue what it is. It's a table. I don't even remember ordering this. Nice. Here, that's what it's supposed to look like. Huh. Well, I'll be damned. I will have to put that together. I've actually got a spot that I can put it down here. So that actually kind of works out. We'll put all this back in here. We'll come back to that. Like I said, there's actually a good spot for it right on the other side of this couch. Okay. Now this guy, I've never actually assembled him. I have had him opened up. This is the Jinbao Predaking set. And I've got the upgrade set somewhere for him as well. So we're not really going to do much with him until I find the upgrade set. But I should put it together. This box is ridiculously huge. I don't know if I can even get, there we go. Get the whole thing on camera there. This is an extremely large kit. I believe this is based off the Nero, not Nero Rex, but the whatever version that they have. This is like a bigger version of him. Funny thing, I bought this from a Chinese lady named Sarah, and for whatever reason, it was missing a figure. And that's when I opened it up, I noticed that, you know, obviously there'd be a figure, you know, in all these spots here, and one of them was completely missing. So I'd email her and tell her that I was missing a figure, showed it to her, and within, I think I had something else coming from her, and she just packed it in there with it like it was nothing. Never said anything about it. It was just really weird. Like, I don't know if she was using it as the display version or something like that, and when she packed it back up, forgot to put one in there. I can't say. So let's see what else we got here. This is a, I don't know if you can tell where that's from. So in here is a Trapjaw from Masters of the Universe. He's always been one of my favorites. It's cool, it's retro, but it's missing the ring. There used to be a glow-in-the-dark skull ring that came with him. And the only reason I actually remember that is because this is when I was a kid. My brother had gotten Trapjaw. And I loved the figure, I loved the ring. I wanted to see how much I could get it to glow. So I put it on a light bulb, set it on there, and it completely melted to the point where it was just gone. Like, yeah. But I could always remember that it came with that ring, and that ring just disappears when you put it on a light bulb, so don't do that. I got, this is the Stray version of Drift, and it's such a super cool looking version of him. And there is a, I don't know if you can see that, there is a 1 in 12 chance that I get the Ketsu version. And should we find out if I got it? I gotta know. So if it has red windows, it means I got the special one. Nope. No red windows. You can just see them on the back of his leg. They're black. But at any rate, he's still super cool. We'll do a review on him at some point. I've only got a few figures from Ocular Max, and this one just looked super cool. I couldn't pass up on that one, so I'll throw him out here. Take a look at it there. A little disappointing, but that's okay. I don't usually win things like that. Got Onyx Prime. Again, fairly recent figure. So this box has probably been hanging out for, a few months here. What I understand is this has got some fragile pieces in it, so I'll have to be really careful with it. My friend Jim from Cracked Games and Toys has done a very thorough review on this, and if you want to take a look at it, you should check out his channel and his review on Onyx Prime here. I'll have to check out mine to see if it's got the same issues, but apparently it's got some weird ones. This is Missing Link RC. So it came out with 2 different versions of RC. I only wanted the prototype color because that's the one that was supposed to come out. And again, it's not open, so I'm not gonna open it right now. But that's one that we'll get to eventually. I do have a good portion of the Missing Link figures. I know I've got like Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. I've got Nemesis Prime, Optimus Prime, Grimlock's on the way, and Ratchet and Ironhide are out there too. Anyways, we'll get to them eventually here. All right, so now on to the big box. So this one I know it's been around for a little while. I don't know why my video just completely stopped there, so that's always fun. I was in the middle of saying that this is the... I gotta go back now, because I don't know if this got recorded. So, this is Mastermaid's Diabolus Rex. this is the chibi version of Trypticon. Just, I don't know if you can really see it that well because it is dark, but it is an amazing figure. In fact, all of Mastermade's figures are awesome. I wish they would still make them. I don't think they're making any more. The last one I think I saw was the Devastator set, and I don't think that they made anything past that, which is unfortunate because they are just truly, truly Master-made. They are awesome. Here's the Omega Supreme version of him. Same thing, just absolutely cool. This is like the chibi one. They've also got like these add-on sets that give you a more scaled head, so it doesn't look as chibi. I kind of like both of them, honestly, but definitely an awesome set to have. If you can find them for a good price, pick them up. You will absolutely not be disappointed in them. This is a original shipper box of Transformers Generations Leader Class Assortment. So this is the Combiner Wars Megatron. Just a nice, sweet looking Megatron version of him. And then this is the Armada, Megatron that came out at the exact same time. So this box had one of each in them. And I should put these out here so that I can get a good picture of them on the overhead. I always forget to use the overhead camera. I'm really still not used to filming on two different cameras at the same time. Maybe I got to get back into the rhythm a little bit here, but we'll we're working on it, right? It's always a work in progress. So here I'll give you a little glimpse of Armada Megatron and regular Megatron from Combiner Wars. All right, Combiner Wars Cyclonus. We're getting into some of the new old stuff. So this has been around for a while now, obviously. This is one of the Cyclonus figures that came out probably, 10 years ago? Close to. And these are the ones that you could form Galvatronus on it with him. And I believe he was the main middle figure. And then you could have, funny enough, half of Motormaster or not Motormaster, but Menasor, and half of Superion as his other limbs, as they suggest. So, yeah, I guess. Combiner Wars is, I don't know, there was some weird things going on with Combiner Wars that, not my favorite set. They did some weird choices, but they had some really cool figures that came out around that time. So I got to give them a little bit of credit. Iron Diebots. This is Sludge, Stomp, from Fans Toys. This has not been opened up. He's never been taken out. And I don't know when he's going to be. But I do want to get all of my Fans Toys figures out at some point. And, well, not just the Fans Toys, but the Fans Toys Dinobots ones. They're just so rad. They're so huge, though. They're going to have to take up a whole shelf by themselves. I might be able to pack some of the smaller Dinobots that I have also with them, but there's going to be These are probably my favorite ones. Those are really awesome, actually. So, let's see what else we got in here. Masterpiece, Acid Warp. This one has never been opened. I've never displayed this guy. Tape's still sealed. I don't know how I'm going to set up my Seekers yet, but I'm looking forward to getting him out. I've also got, and I mean, it's a Toys R Us exclusive. Toys R Us isn't even really around anymore. But I do want to get him out. I've got the, was it Sunstorm that also came out at the same time? And I think they'll look really good with all of the MP11s that I've got, the MP11 style ones. So I'm really excited about getting all of those out. As I had said before, I'm a big Seeker fan. I'm a big sucker for Seekers. In fact, I've got so many different iterations of Seekers that it's probably going to take a couple of videos to see them all once I get them all to the point where I want to start opening them up. Oh, go back to Mastermade stuff. So this one I did have open up for a little while. This is the Mastermade Metroplex. Once again, just absolutely incredible. This is actually the first one that I got, and after seeing him, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have Omega Supreme's smaller head on him in that box. We'll have to wait until I find the head part of it. But you can see how big his head is. It's really like chibi, you know, super deformed. And just an amazing looking figure. They do have the light up eyes, and there's a light in his chest, and I think there's a couple other things that they do. So there's little gimmicks and stuff like that, but just an absolute fantastic figure. And I do have the smaller head for him too somewhere. The only one I don't think I have is... No, I don't remember now. I thought I was missing one. Maybe I'm not. We'll come back to that. Siege Jetfire. This is the original release of him. I did take him out once. I wanted to take a look at him. I don't remember if I actually transformed him or not. But he was out of the box at one point. Looking forward to getting out all my Jetfires. I do have a lot of Jetfires. He's one of my favorites. Still a Grail figure for me is his G1. Someday, one day, I will have my G1 Jetfire. I do have the KO God of Flame, like Macross crossover set. And he does come in the cool, like, knockoff G1 box. So it's really cool. I do like that. And it does satisfy part of my need, but not, still not a G1. I still want the G1. This one is Quake Blast. This came out from a company called Cloud9 many years ago. This is actually the gray version of him. I thought I'd get the gray version because at the time I had Shock Blast from, I think it's Shock Blast from Fans Toys. And I wanted the two to kind of go together, but I wanted to see a different model of him, or a different, another company's take on him. So I got Quake Blast from him, from Cloud9, and very cool figure. I know when I transformed it, I broke a piece off, and that's because the hinge, and it's a non-vital component, but the hinge was absolutely welded together. And I think that was there was only one piece, and once we get into opening this guy up, we'll probably try to fix that. But there was one little flap that needed to be moved, and it would not. Now, this is not an uncommon thing for me, but I got a box within a box. We'll come back to that in a second. How about Encore Soundwave? Oh yeah. This is a sweet set. I was so excited when Encore stuff came out. I bought all of them immediately. There's 4 of them that came out. There was Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, and Optimus Prime. And as soon as they came out, I immediately jumped on them. Not even a question. They had to be in my collection. Also, the last real release of Megatron as a pistol. That actually, I mean, you can get the KO version, but they can't ship it to you as a gun. It has to be transformed into the robot, and then they have to send the components separately. So mine was, obviously shipped as a whole piece, and I don't remember it as orange plug or not. I don't remember if it does. We'll have to wait until we get to that one. We've got Fans Toys Sovereign. Again, old figure, very cool figure. Probably my favorite Galvatron that came out. I think at this point everyone's seen Fans Toys Galvatron, and they know he's awesome. I've never opened that one up, but just from I've seen my friends, and he's an amazing figure, and he will be getting taken out here and opened up very soon. Can't wait for that. And then, if I remember correctly, I believe this is the one that my wife got me. This is the, and also that's the end of the toilet box. So we get that out here. Yes, this is the one that my wife got me. This is the Dark of the Moon Ultimate Optimus Prime from, I believe this is Dark of the Moon? Yeah, this is from Dark of the Moon. And really cool set. Probably one of the coolest looking Optimus Primes from the Bayverse set. When he gets fully transformed, he gets the cool, like multicolored angel wings. He's a hefty figure. He's big. He's big. So we're gonna have to find a good spot for him once we get everything ready to go here. I'll probably put him on top of cabinet for now. Just that's a nice spot for it, and it'll be right next to Sentinel Prime, which is from Dark of the Moon. So that would make a lot of sense. All right, let's see what's in this box here, because this has got a bunch of open figures. It says G1 and Classics, so looks like there's a Open Classics slag in there. And I've got the whole set of these also. They were a really cool set back then because they didn't have a full actual G1 type set of Dinobots. I'm sure that they're all in here. We'll see as we go here. But great representation of him. I think the only one I didn't like was maybe Grimlock. Swoop, same thing. Classics, or I think they were Classics. I'm not sure which ones they were, but I wanted to open these up just because I was so excited about having an actual set of Dinobots again. Oh, this is Altinator's Mirage. I don't have the box for him, but he's in a bag, so he will be coming out. And I can throw him in with the other Altinators in that one for now. So that's fun. We'll go through those in a second here. Oh, I should be putting these... See, I forget to put these up on the overhead to get good footage there. And then here's Mirage on the overhead. Let's just take him out of the bag. He's been packed away enough. Let's get him out. Let him breathe some air here. So, one of my favorite alternators. Just the GT, amazing. This is one of the versions, maybe Reveal the Shield or something along those. That's not Reveal the Shield because he doesn't have the Reveal the Shield, the sticker on it. But one of the Rodimus primes from Classics era, somewhere in there. Not a bad figure, but not a great figure. This is Cinder. Is that correct? I can't remember exactly for sure. New figure that they added for the Dinobots. They added just a small little like Legends figure, Legend size Dinobot, just to help. I guess just give some more characters out to the set. He doesn't actually go to, because these Dinobots they all form Volcanicus, which I just found one of the fists, and I believe that's Grimlock's sword. But he does not go to Volcanicus at all. So actually, I think it's a she. Now that if I'm remembering correctly. This is, I want to say, is this Classics Blaster? Yeah. And apparently I have knocked off the, this thing goes on here. It was kind of a parts former, sort of, with the little top part of this. Apparently I've got to do that. There we go. Something like that. Anyhow, I've got the gun somewhere. I know I saw it. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. So, actually, I think there might have been two of these, and I might have another one somewhere too. Because, there's two of them that go under the wings here. They go under the wing like that. So I've got another one of these somewhere. We'll find that at some point. But that is Blaster from Classics. This is, whoa, what was that? Oh, that's a we'll get back to that. This is Megatron from Cybertron, and very cool figure. I think it's kind of underrated. He was a very fun figure to play with. Got a lot of little gimmicks and stuff like that with his guns opening up and everything like that. We'll get him out. And I think I just got my new Vector Prime, and I've got some others from Cybertron coming up that I don't think I have any out yet. But I know I've got Optimus Prime. Oh, we've got the big Starscream that I did a full review on. He was from Cybertron. So we'll start adding to the Cybertron figures here. I really like the set. I've got Primus somewhere. I've got like Soundwave and a host of others. We'll get to them. They're a really cool set. I really do like Cybertron. Let's see here. Why is that off? Oh, killed you. Okay. These are BotBots, and I had a handful of them. I don't have very many of them. We'll probably find some more as I go here. But I believe this is toilet paper. A gas can, maybe? We'll go with gas can. It looks like a ruler. I'm going to go with ruler. Order of fries. A hockey puck. Headphones. Zamboni? I don't know. And that one's definitely an ice cream bar. So, fun little BotBots. I do like them. Kind of silly. Found another Volcanicus hand. I'll put that with the rest of them. This is Starscream from, it's not Vinyltech, it's Alternity. And I wanted, I bought this opened up from somebody else. I've never actually transformed him. I just like the car. This was some Korean car, or maybe it was Chinese, something like that. Just a really cool looking car. They actually did make these in real life. But cool version of him. Like I said, I've never opened him up. I've never transformed him. Bought him just like this, and he's stayed that way. We'll get to him someday here. I don't know where this one comes from. I believe this is a mini Ultra Magnus. It almost looks like a Hot Wheels version, but he is in there, so he does transform. So I don't know where that came from, but I've got a bunch of them that are similar to that I really don't know where they came from. This bag is G2 Devastator. I'll have to bust him out here. This is the set that my wife found me from a garage sale. She found a box of Transformers. It was like 20 bucks. This was in there, along with some other really cool ones that we'll get to at some point. That I gotta actually transform him because he's really cool. But he had all the set with all the pieces and everything. I think he's only missing his waist piece, and that's not bad for a garage sale. Got another bot. I'm not sure who that one is or what that is. Cyclonus. This is the classic Cyclonus. This is the dark version of him. There's a couple different versions where he had different shades of purple, and I don't remember what all of the versions were, but his gun also transforms into a little little mini bot. Very nice little figure. I really like that version of Cyclonus. He's he looks really good for him. One of my favorites, actually, of that. Let's go kind of quick through some of these here. This is Michael Bay, Bumblebee. We've got another. This is the black version of the Bumblebee. And I'm just going to leave them in the bags for now. I'll take them out when we start displaying them. This is an original pre-rub Ratchet. You can obviously see his color is not, it didn't fade there because that's metal. All the plastic pieces definitely faded, but it is a pre-rub Ratchet. That's an old guy. I believe I got that from a friend of mine that I was doing some work for back in the day, and that was a good find. We got a what is this, like a Matchbox Wars Spy Changers? I'm not sure what that is, but got another one. It looks like a Mirage. It's a clear Indy car, so that would make sense for. Oh, it says Mirage. I can see it now. Very small little figures here. I'm not sure where I got all these. Got another one here. This is Hot Shot Spy Changers. This has got Nemesis Prime and someone else. Oh, it looks like it says Scourge. So Nemesis Prime and Scourge. Well, the books and everything, so that's always good. Oh, so these are some more that were in that box that my wife found me from the garage sale. These are all G2, and I love these. These are sweet. These are G2. I want to say they're Seekers, but I don't know if they are actually Seekers or not. But I don't remember what they're called. They are these cool like jets. They don't. Um, they're not combiners or anything like that. But they are so super sweet, and I just love what they look like. But these all came in that same box that G2 Devastator came in. Very cool set. Like I said, I don't remember what they're called, but they are some pretty rad ones. I really like them. Another BotBot laptop. Oh, open them up so that we can see them up on there. This is a Starscream. I believe it's an Armada Starscream. And I think this guy was in that same box that my wife found for me. I think maybe a lot of those were, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That Ratchet might have been in there too. Might have been. He's missing parts of his wings and stuff like that. I might try to find the pieces for him at some point, but old school Armada Starscream. His head still works, so that is good. Like I said, we'll see if we can find the other parts of him at some point. Kind of a bummer, but yeah. We'll throw him up here so that we can see how much of him that we're missing. We got quite a bit that we need to get for him. A lot of parts. This is part of G2 Bruticus, right? No, Menasor? No, not Menasor. G2... Yeah, Bruticus. I've only got a couple pieces of him. Here's the other one. This one came... These were in that set. This is Onslaught and Brawl. And that's all that I've got. I don't have anything else from him. You know, you're at the mercy of G2, or the Transformer gods that it was even able to get those. It would be nice to find the whole set, but that's all right. I'll take those. I didn't really get into G2 too much, so getting a couple of those is fun. Got a old Bumblebee, Michael Bay, small Michael Bay version, the old Camaro, an old motorcycle, missing the handlebars. Not sure who this is exactly, but it is a Decepticon. We'll have to work on him at some point. Also, I know I'm trying to get through these things pretty quick here. We only got a few more things here. This is this is parts for this is actually a G1 Reflector, and this is the parts for Reflector. I will have to get him out separately. I'm not gonna get him out right now, but just because he's all taped up here. This is how I received him in the mail. I wanted to buy him, and so I've got the whole set here. And that's all that's in that box. But there was another bag of toys in there. And this bag is Transformers from my nephew, who at the time we were Transformer buddies, and we ended up... Hold on, I gotta restart my camera. Well, my top camera battery died, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep moving on. There's not much left. But anyways, this is my my nephew Braden, that we were Transformer buds back in the day, and I'd go over to his house and help him transform toys because they were too hard for him. So we'd go through and transform toys for him. So when he got older, he gave me a bunch of his old Transformers. So we got animated. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. Very cool figure though. These are just the ones that I took from, or that I wanted. An actual classics. Acid Storm. That one I needed for my set. So that one turned out really good. This is a Dark of the Moon Megatron. Nice little figure there. This is an air raid from I don't know, is this, I never had the original air raid, so I don't know, is this actually a G1 or not? No, it's not going to be. There's no way that he is. This is different. Oh yeah, he does like this weird, like, automatic opening thing. I'm not sure. We'll have to play around with him. So, see, I want to say it's Power Die, but I don't know for sure. Pretty cool though. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, he's missing his arms too. But I'm not even sure who this is. If it was this, that might have been Soundwave, or I'm not sure. But he's missing his arms and his legs. Kind of a bummer there. Another one of those weird, like, contraption pieces. I'm not sure. Is this a power combiners thing, or I don't know. Maybe somebody else knows more. Oh, well, here's another one. This is a helicopter of some sort. And I'm not sure what these are all doing as far as the contraption goes. Like, is that a leg or an arm? It looks like it might have been a power core combiner or something. I'm not 100% sure. But just a little helicopter. And then this little guy, he's super sweet. He's so small. And I just really liked him. He had to have just come with like a pack of figures. I really like what he looks like when he opens up. Just a little mini bot, but really think he's cool. So that's actually all I got for you guys today. I know that's a lot, but I thought I'd go through a little bit more today because it's been so long. And I do apologize again. It's been, 8 months, something like that. In fact, this is my first video of the year. And, all I can say is that it's because life got a hold of me, Sometimes you just don't have time to do things that you want to do. I wanted to do more of these. In fact, I had another video set up and I lost some of the footage and I couldn't complete it. That kind of got me down, and I'm like, well, do I want to continue doing these? I don't know. And then work got a hold of me and other things in life. And, well, hopefully we're on the mend. And we'll get back to doing some more of these. I've got a lot to clean up here. I got a lot to display, figure out where they're going to go. And we'll start working on those. And we'll come back again and open up some more boxes. I've got a couple more shelves that I need to build still too, so that'll help display a few things too. So I'm really never at a shortage of needing new cabinets and stuff. But I've got a lot of good space to use right now, so we'll try to make use of it. Until then, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Once again, it almost feels like I'm doing this for the first time again. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know, what I'm doing that isn't good. Let me know if you want to see something as its own review that I can kind of bust out, before I open up some more boxes. Um, let me know if you've got any of these toys. Let me know what you think of them. All right. So until then, thank you for watching Things and Stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.